kept trying to go into the snakes there, and I think that was just wasting money and time. Alright, so got some nice defensive hills there. Gristmill right nearby. Check along the road. They'll let me go fast. Alright, so she's up here. Got a gristmill right there. She's got the campfire over there. Let's check up this way. So some more economy. Hey everybody. So at this point my audio cut out, so I'm actually recording this audio, well, the voice audio cut out, so I'm recording this after the fact. So I'm just going to try and comment the game, do something a little different here. Let me know what you think of it. So at this point, I was looking for getting some more squirrels. I was worried about a rush. And then I was going back to scout this final corner and then check her base out again. I didn't want to be left without any knowledge. And I wanted to see if there was a way around the back of her base, but there wasn't. I would try to use this cliff that I'm on later. I noted that if she went for that gristmill, it would be good to try to jump up there. She'd already gone 2 warrens and gotten all of her farms up, so I knew I was a little behind, and I'd been wasting a little bit of food, so still something I need to get better at. I decided I didn't get it quite then, but I knew I wanted to grab that campfire just to have a little bit of vision, and I would want that gristmill to get my economy going again as well. So what I should have been doing right now, I don't know what I was waiting for. I think just enough food to get that and be able to build the falcons. What I really should have done is I should have run up and gotten some more scouting there, see what she was going into, which I do now at least. And I believe I see we've got more of the lizards and the skunks, yes. So I know with the skunks, I was kind of happy about that. My falcons would be good against them since they can't hit it. However, those lizards can still cause a problem for me, and I should have maybe, instead of going into that other gristmill, I should have just gotten more units. Once again, I'm still doing my failing of not building enough. But to help counteract the lizards, I also dropped the bullet hive down, protecting the other one, and I believe I grabbed this campfire very soon to get vision, and maybe not. Alright, I was rallying things down there. Am I going to build? Yeah, I'm going to build another set of things. I was considering building up here, but then I realized it would take a while to get my forces moved up, so I just built there some more falcons because I had seen those skunks. But I really didn't have enough tier 1 units to support that. So, alright, yes, she had diversified at this point, so she had both squirrels and snakes. No, not snakes, squirrels and lizards. I saw the falcons, I saw the skunks, and then I believe, did I go into snakes or? Yes, I went to grab some snakes to counter those tier 2 units. And here's where I go up, I believe, and get this campfire. No? Self, are you going to do that? There it is. Alright, so I claim that campfire to get the vision up there to make sure I can't be, that she won't be sneak attacking me around that corner. And then, I think here's where I scout. Shouldn't do as much rigging, but yeah, she's going for this gristmill. So I figured at this point it might be an interesting time to go and try and sneak an attack up along there, try and take out the gristmill or farms before she's prepared for it. However, as we will see, that doesn't go very well for me. So yeah, here I am. I've got the more pigeons up. I'd seen the use of healing. So here's me. I'm trying to go around and pull the units to sneak in. And I was trying to stay out of line of sight, but she does spot me. There she is on the tail end. I try to have them take out the farms, and I do get a little bit of damage, but I'm then caught behind all of her forces, which she took out the tail end of mine. and then her falcons just cut into me from all sides because she's built up a much better army than I have. So at this point, I'm left without much of an army. I pull back to defend. She probably could have pressed an attack right there and been able to do well. I think she does in a second. And I know she's up on me in economy. We look up here. I think she's filling out those farms. Yeah, she is. So I'm trying to rebuild my force. Move them up to defend, and then I might... do I go in for another attack? I do. So, having already lost once, I start moving my forces forward. She catches me out of position, has Volkov to speed up all her stuff, and that's going to be another wipe on my side. Squirrels, I think, are actually doing a large amount of the work there, in addition to her falcons, especially because my squirrels go down so quickly to the skunks. So here's me defending with a small force again. And at this point, honestly, the game's over. Like, I don't think there's anything I could have done coming back from this. That first attack, I wasn't on my toes, and when I lost that first force and she lost maybe half of hers, that was probably the end of it. I made sure she wasn't coming to try and sneak around up there, but it still doesn't matter. I don't have the economy to carry anything right now. I've only got, what, 6 farms going. I know I need to build more, but the problem is, as I build more, I'm down to a lot fewer units. And she's getting ready for the attack. So I pull my forces up, and it's not going to help. She just kind of cuts through my guys. Volkov really boosting all of those units with their attacks. I lose pretty much all my farms there and surrender the game. So that one did not go very well for me. And that was down to that first attack and not being on my toes with it, as well as to not building up my large enough army value. Although, as we saw, when that attack happened, it was, as I was just gesturing on the screen there, it was not very good. And they were about the same rank as me, so... Actually, that would have put them at 16-0. Is that other thing? Alright. So, I'm rematched against this person again. And I go with, I believe, the same... I might... Do I switch it up here? I know I was considering, yes, and I do. I take out the ferrets and put in Volkov. I think that might help. As I saw, it was very effective with the speed of the units that she sent against me last time. So, there's some interesting gristmills here, and I noticed that there's quite a lot of water dividing some areas of this map, which could make it difficult to maneuver around. Find her over here. Head back at about the right time, just as she spots my base as well. So technically right there, I don't think she actually sees my squirrels building. But I'm checking to make sure. I find out later, I don't think I found it out at this point, but there's actually a back route into my base that could be used. And I see the 2 warrens go up there. And so that worries me. So what I do, I believe, yeah, I head back, I sell this off, and then I go to get 3 squirrel warrens up at once. I realize I should put it up there to have vision. There I see her sneaking around the back of my base, so I quickly go around to try and check and notice, oh yeah, you can actually go in that way. But then I get a 3rd squirrel warren up. And decide I'm going to attempt to go and rush in, I believe. So I go and check back. And I notice that I only see the 1 lizard warren there. So that's what solidifies the decision in my mind that, well, with only those 3 lizards and a single lizard warren, and now I've got my 3 squirrel warrens building, I'm already up to 5 squirrels, that might just be a time to go in on an attack once I have a couple more. So you see I run down, I think I wait till I'm at like 7 or so, I see another warren being built, but I pull the squirrels down and go in for a very aggressive move on this. because I feel like she wasted time on those warrens. I do notice as I'm doing this that there is actually another warren that is built behind, but it's not enough to help. With my squirrels, I'm able to take down this warren, and then I decide I was going to go for that other one, that tier 2, but I decided instead I should just focus down some pigs, take out the economy, and I do quite a bit of damage there, and then she surrenders. So that one ends up going pretty well for me. One time where my rush actually works, which if you've watched most of my other stuff, you know has not always been the case. So that was a very quick match. I just held the advantage. She had the economy for a bit, but was not good enough to stop what I had there. So that ended up going well. Didn't get to try out the slightly changed build, but it is what it is. So that got me a bit of revenge for that previous match that I just talked over, because he had beaten me in that one, but I just got the better strategy here. So at this point I was still also trying to figure out there's something bugged with that leaderboard since it's not showing all of the places. I don't know what was going on with it. But so here I go into a match with Mishi, and what I didn't know at the time was that they are up at like rank 40 or something. And you'll see. All right, so I default back to my usual thing, and get started with my usual farm. Notice that there's really not a good way. You can't get out of my base that way, so I only have this one long, narrow path to actually get out of my base. So my thoughts at this point are that I really need to get a grist mill somewhere else right away. And I notice this area over here has those 2 grist mills. It has a campfire, has another grist mill here. That would be a really good spot to jump to. That's my thought. I spent a little too much time out there. Should have gone back. And she finds me, and she starts building a mole. And then I realize that, and have my thing start shooting at it. She doesn't attack with it, just kind of pulls it back. I think she saw the squirrel warren being built and decided the rush wasn't going to work. And so now I need to find her, because I still don't know. And I figure she must be up in that top corner. And as I find her across the water here, I realize that her base kind of looks the same as my base, where there's really only that one way in. And I know she has the one warren. I'm in the water, so I can't actually burrow back. But at this point I go, I wonder if I can build up quickly and claim that gristmill right up, blocking her access off. So I get some squirrels building. I get a 3rd warren up, and then I take my squirrels and I head up to take the base, because I want to be able to defend it. As I'm moving them up, I called them up to the base, and then if I was smart, I would go in and check in. Oh no, I just claimed it when I saw them getting close. I should have checked in and seen what units she had. Cause if she had like a bunch of lizards, this would have been a really bad move. So that was a poor decision on my part, but it ended up working out. She doesn't get the attack in time against this, so I get the gristmill up, and I immediately start defending that single passageway up there. Now, if you look, you'll notice over here there's a way up. What I really should have done is, in addition to putting the bullet hives up here, I should have moved and put some down there. And I thought about this, but ended up not doing it. So she's got her squirrels and mole, but it's not enough to cut through 2 bullet hives plus my 9 squirrels. So I just start building my economy up here and use this as the main base. Now I do know that I need to make sure that she does not get a base anywhere else. So she goes down there, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I get some falcons. I figure that'll be good to deal with the units, good generic thing. She's defended with the balloon, which I'm 100% okay with, because that's 120 food that she's not using to try and get out. I see her take and run up that path, so I follow her. because I want to make sure she does not grab another gristmill or campfire without me knowing. So when I see her digging back, once she's gone, I go back as well in case the attack is coming. And I get some more farms up, I hope. Yeah. Because I'm still a little behind on economy, probably, because she's probably built up her entire base. I see on the mini-map that she went down across that path again, so I go once again to try and scout her out, make sure she's not claiming any of these areas. I see her there, I see that she's claiming that, and I move my falcon down to attack it. I want to make sure, and then I realize, yeah, so I want to make sure that I don't have to worry about the attack, so I just pull the falcon down and then go back up to here to defend with the squirrels. I really should have changed the unit I was controlling over to the squirrels to make sure that it was going fine. But then I see that her forces are moving down to try to attack me. So I pull my forces, and that's when I notice the chameleons as well that she's been building up. And for a second, I'm a little worried, because even though they can't kill my falcons, there are a lot of squirrels here. And luckily, my falcons are able to hold. I lost a farm, but didn't lose any of my bullet hives. And her chameleons were gone. So I need quicker reinforcements, so I drop some more squirrels up here. So I have a ton of falcons now, rebuild my farm, and there she is trying to sneak past again, and that's why I said as I should have built the bullet hives up here, so that she couldn't sneak forces around that direction either without me knowing, also locking her in more. So if I were to do something like this again, I totally would put the defenses up on that hill as well to stop that from happening. But at this point, my falcons kind of have superior firepower against the squirrels, and as the chameleons can't attack them anytime they pop out, I can just get shots off on them. At this point, I win the defense and she concedes. And I get a fantastic game against a person that I was not expecting to beat after I found out info. So after this, I believe, is when I realized that my audio has been off for a while. So I get it back on. It was just because I had accidentally pressed F1, which is my mic button. But anyways, so that's my commentary of my game there, kind of going over what I thought I could have done better, what I did do, things I learned. Let me know if you like this format. I might do some more things like it where I'll actually look at the replays of some of the games I've played with more interesting things, to comment over them, talk about what I learned and whatnot, if that's something you guys would like to see. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please give me any feedback on this that you have. Subscribe to me here on YouTube if you would like to see more of my content. I love seeing more people engaging. And if you want to watch my stuff live, you can follow me on Twitch, and that link is down below. So, thank you for watching. Until next time, have a great life.